Jane children, welcome back to today's chemistry class. Today, first we will discuss about kinetic molecular theory of gases, the continuation of fifth chapter, states of matter. Kinetic molecular theory of gases consists of the following assumptions. First one, all gases are made up of large number of small particles called molecules. The molecules are separated from one another by large spaces so that the actual volume occupied by the molecules is negligibly small as compared to the total volume of the gas. Next, the molecules possess rapid random motion. During their motion, they collide with each other and also on the walls of the container. So, the pressure of the gas is due to the collision of the gas molecules against the walls of the container. The collisions of the molecules with each other and with the walls of the container are perfectly elastic. That means there is no loss or gain of kinetic energy. Next point, in successive collisions, molecules travel in a straight line. Next, there are negligible attractive forces between the molecules of the gas. They are completely independent of each other. Then, different molecules possess different velocities and so different energies. The average kinetic energy of molecule is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. So, these are the important points involved in kinetic molecular theory of gases. Next, our topic is ideal and real gases. First one, ideal gas. What do you mean by ideal gas? These are gases which obey ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT, or obey the postulates of kinetic molecular theory of gases, that is, which include the gas molecules, in between them there is no force of attraction, and the actual volume of the gas molecule is negligibly small compared to the total volume of the container. So, all these points obeying gases are known as ideal gases. Gases behave ideally at high temperature and low pressure. In this condition, the gas molecules have more kinetic energy and there is a more empty space between the gas molecules. So, there is no attractive force between them and the actual volume of the gas molecules can be ignored at this condition. Why these gas molecules have no force of attraction and no volume? Because they have very small size and occupies the negligible space in the container, and they are far apart from each other. That is the reason we say there is no force of attraction between the gas molecules and the actual volume of the gas molecules can be negligible compared to the total space in the container. So, at high temperature and low pressure, the gases behave like an ideal manner. The next one is non-ideal gases, or otherwise known as real gases. These are gases which do not obey the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT, or otherwise which do not obey the postulates of kinetic molecular theory of gases at all temperature and pressure. That means they deviate from ideal behavior. Such gases are known as real gases. The gases which do not obey ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. Such gases are known as real gases, and the gases which obey the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT are known as ideal gases. The gases deviate from ideal behavior at low temperature and high pressure. At low temperature and high pressure, the gases deviate from ideal behavior because at this condition the kinetic energy of the gas molecule is very low and there is a less empty space between the gas molecules. Then there is a more attractive forces occur and the volume of the gas molecule cannot be ignored. Thus, the gas deviate from ideal behavior due to the two faulty assumptions of kinetic theory of gases. These are, there is no force of attraction between the gas molecules, and the second one, the actual volume of the gas molecule is negligibly small compared to the total volume of the container. So, under high pressure and low temperature, the attractive forces become large and the volume of the gas molecules also considered. Next, our topic is van der Waals equation. By taking into account the volume of individual molecules and the intermolecular force of attraction in a gas, van der Waals modified the ideal gas equation which can be applied to real gases. That is, we can say van der Waals equation for real gases. So, van der Waals modified the ideal gas equation for real gases. The condition is at high pressure and low temperature. The van der Waals equation is P plus an square by V square into V minus Nb is equal to nRT, where A and B are van der Waals constant and N is the number of moles. So, van der Waals equation for real gases are P plus an square by V square into V minus Nb is equal to nRT, where P is the pressure, V is the volume, N is the number of moles, R is the universal gas constant, T is the temperature. A and B are van der Waals constant. Next, our topic is the compressibility factor denoted by the symbol Z. What is the significance of this compressibility factor Z? You know, the gases deviate from ideal behavior. So, the deviation from ideal behavior can be measured in terms of compressibility factor Z. Compressibility factor Z is equal to PV by nRT, where P is the pressure, V is the volume, N is the number of moles, R is the universal gas constant and T is the temperature. When the ratio of PV and nRT are called the compressibility factor. For ideal gas, Z is equal to 1 because for ideal gas PV is equal to nRT. From the graph you can see the pressure against compressibility factor. Then for ideal gas Z is equal to 1, we get a straight line graph, but in the case of real gases it is a curved graph. It means that for real gases the value of Z is less than 1 or greater than 1. Next, boil temperature or boil point. It is the temperature at which the real gas obeys ideal gas law over an appreciable range of pressure is called boil temperature or boil point. Next, we discussed about liquid state. Liquid state is the intermediate state between the perfectly ordered solid state and the completely disordered gaseous state. Some of the physical properties of liquids are discussed below. First one is vapor pressure. Consider a liquid. You know, the liquid molecule changes to its vapor form known as evaporation, and the vapor form will changes to the liquid state is known as condensation. For a particular liquid, the evaporation and condensation takes place simultaneously. At a particular instant, the rate of evaporation is equal to rate of condensation. That condition is known as equilibrium condition or equilibrium state. So, vapor pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the vapor present above the liquid in equilibrium with its liquid at a given temperature. Next, factors affecting vapor pressure. First one is nature of the liquid. The rate of evaporation of a liquid increases with a decrease in intermolecular force of attraction. That means the intermolecular force of attraction increases, then the rate of evaporation decreases, hence the vapor pressure also decreases. For example, in the case of water molecule, there is a strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding is present, so the intermolecular force of attraction is high, then the rate of evaporation is less compared to ether. In the case of ether, there is weak force of attraction, hence the rate of evaporation is more, hence can exert more vapor pressure. Next factor which affect the vapor pressure is temperature. The rate of evaporation of liquid increases with increase in temperature. This is due to the increase in the kinetic energy of the molecules. Next, boiling point of a liquid. On heating, more amount of vapors are formed, then the liquid can exert more vapor pressure. At a particular condition, the vapor pressure of this liquid become equal to the external pressure. That particular temperature at which the vapor pressure of a liquid become equal to the atmospheric pressure or external pressure is called boiling point. Next, normal boiling point and standard boiling point. Normal boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid boils at 1 atmospheric pressure. For example, the normal boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. But the standard boiling point is the temperature at which the liquid boils at 1 bar pressure. The standard boiling point of a liquid is slightly lower than their normal boiling point. The standard boiling point of water is 99.6 degrees Celsius. This is because the value of pressure at 1 atm is slightly greater than that of 1 bar pressure. Next physical property of liquid is surface tension. It is a property related to the intermolecular force of attraction in a liquid. It is represented by gamma. Consider a molecule at the center of a liquid, then this molecule is attracted by the neighboring molecule, hence the force becomes balanced. But we consider one molecule at the surface of a liquid experience a net inward attraction because there is no particles present at the upper portion to attract this molecule. Therefore, surface tension is defined as the force acting per unit length perpendicular to a line drawn on the surface of a liquid. The SI unit is Newton per meter and the magnitude of the surface tension is directly proportional to the intermolecular force of attraction between the liquid molecules. Next, factors affecting surface tension. First one, nature of the liquid. When the intermolecular force of attraction increases, then the surface tension also increases. But the intermolecular force of attraction decreases, then the surface tension decreases. Then the next factor which affects surface tension, temperature. When temperature increases, then the average kinetic energy of the molecule increases. Hence, the force of attraction between the liquid molecule decreases, thereby decreasing the surface tension. So, when temperature increases, surface tension decreases. Next, consequences of this surface tension. First one, spherical shape of liquid drops. Due to surface tension, liquid surface tries to have minimum area. Liquid drops assume spherical shape because a sphere has the minimum surface area for a given volume. The next one, fire polishing of glass. When the sharp edges of this glass can be smoothened by heating that surface. On heating, the glass melts and the surface of liquid tends to take the rounded shape at the edges, which makes the edges smooth. This is called fire polishing of glass. Our next and last physical property of liquid is viscosity. Honey is more viscous than water. That means honey flows slowly compared to water. This means that in honey, the intermolecular force of attraction is high compared to that of water. So, viscosity is defined as the internal resistance offered by the layers of a liquid to its free flow. That means the resistance of one layer to the flow of another layer of a liquid is called viscosity. When the intermolecular force of attraction increases, then the viscosity also increases. Next, factors affecting viscosity. First one, nature of the liquid. When the force of attraction between the liquid molecule increases, then viscosity also increases. Next factor is temperature. When temperature increases, the average kinetic energy of the molecule increases. Intermolecular force of attraction decreases, hence the viscosity also decreases. Thus, the three important physical properties of liquids are over. Thank you.